We have a problem.
What's going on?
I don't know. It's Blues Local. He was just in the living room and he was just sobbing like any of us would be. And then poof, he was just gone.
Wait, what do you mean, poof?
If this is the last thing I ever get to say, I just want you to know, I hate Penn's Local. Hey man, have you seen Blues Local? You either, huh? Yeah, I can't find them. I've been looking for... God, guys, who went to the beach? God, it's the second pile of sand I've stepped in today. We live in a barn.
Low quality fans of a high quality Bruins team, that is a dub! Woo! Not only is that a dub, that is a series clinching dub. That is game, set, match, bye-bye Capitals. See you later, handshakes, goodbye. Let's be honest. A lot of us expected a longer series. And we really could have got one. 2 overtime goals. I mean, again, 1 bounce. That goes a different way. It's at least another game. But damn. When you look at the series overall, the Bruins deserve to win that series. And I think it'll be a really tough argument for a Capitals fan to argue that fact. When you look at the analytics, you're going to get Bruins all day. When you go eye test, you're still going to go Bruins. So for the 4th year in a row, we get past the first round, which I had this conversation last night about how crazy that is. Because we know, if you've been a longtime hockey fan, you know it's actually kind of rare to win a first round matchup. It is. 8 teams do it a year, and sure, that is a quarter of the league, but it's really hard to do. And then to go on runs every year is really hard to do, and hopefully that's what we're gonna do. Going into this game, you were worried about a couple things. You were worried about how Tenorti was gonna perform because he is going in for Miller after Miller took that high hit from Orlov. So you're worried about what the third pair of Tenorti and Cliffy look like, right? On top of that, you're worried about the physicality and the desperation the Capitals are about to bring, because the physicality is their biggest weapon. I don't say, every time I mention the Capitals' physicality, I feel like I'm sitting here going, they're dirty, they're gonna hit us hard, and they're gonna injure our players on purpose. No. The reason physicality can be such a weapon in this league, and sure, it is, the game's moving away from it a little bit, but when you go to pick the puck up in the corner, and you've already been thrashed twice this game, like you've already really gotten thrown into it, and you know that Mantha is coming behind you. That half second of hesitation allows Mantha to get in, get that puck, and get it out to a Capitals player before you really had a shot at it. You just need a half second. And that's what the Capitals are hoping for, right? Now, the leadership of the Bruins really showed up in this later stages of the series. I think there was going to be no fear no matter what happened. But I will say, I'm surprised we didn't get more in this game. It kind of felt that through 2 periods, the Capitals rolled over and died. They really did. The physicality wasn't there outside of 1 big hit from Smith. There were a couple other smattering hits, but there was 1 big hit on Smith by Chara. That was a standout. It was a good legal hit. There wasn't a lot of physicality that I was going, damn, they're really bringing it. And they outshot us in the first 2 periods, 30-13. But if you look at where they're shooting from, they maybe had 3 or 4 actual scoring chances out of it. They didn't bring the intensity I thought they would until the 3rd period. A couple pregame notes. Rask, of course, is in net, and he continues to be phenomenal. On the other end, Sprong is in for Raffle, which was a great move because Sprong was the only one really with a motor. Where was that speed this whole series? Obviously, Sprong had been a healthy scratch the past couple games. He gets reinserted. He gives them a jump. Now, Samsonov is in net. He's been their most consistent goaltender throughout this series. You had to live or die by him at that point. They died by him. Other notes, Cliffy continues to throw everything I've said into my face. I am getting smoked right now on my Cliffy takes. I am getting he's taking my head and he's bashing it into the wall over and over again. And I deserve it. This guy deserves it. Wait, hold on. It's for a better visual. I deserve it. You probably shouldn't ask me why I have this. And one last note before we really get into the game. Chara. That was an emotional handshake line. And when Pasta hugged him, I don't know why that was the one that got me. It got me right where I feel. I want to remind everyone that Chara left for more ice time. That was the main reason he left, and he left to what was perceived as a contender, which the Capitals absolutely were. They ran into a really hot Boston team. They were facing injuries, coming off injuries. Look, this series went our way, and I think we deserved it. But there's plenty of room for the Capitals to go, yeah, man, nothing really went our way other than puck luck in the first couple of games, because you want to talk about some good bounces. Whew. But Chara left for more ice time, which he sort of got, and he got played in every game. I'm not disrespecting the guy at all. I've already predicted that he hangs him up at the end of the season. I really think he should. He would not be the worst defender in the league. If he just wants to play more, there is a non-contending team that would grab him. I really hope he retires, because we really took advantage of him, particularly on the power play, which is weird to say out loud. I was saddened to watch what we've now started calling him Evil Chara. He's Nega Chara, you know? That's a thing in video games, right? The Nega main character. Anyway, I love Chara. Bye, buddy. Chara and Torrey Krug out of the playoffs. The Bruins are moving on. I mean, that's just a fun little tidbit right there. I don't think Torrey Krug did anything wrong by going to get his money. I don't think Chara did anything wrong by pursuing what he thought was a better opportunity for him. Neither of them wronged the Bruins organization. It is at least a little ironic that we're moving on and neither of them are. Puck drops 5 minutes in, and again, this is where the first physical altercation happened, and then not a lot for the next 40 minutes. Chara wipes out Smith on a, I mean, I guess you could call it a late hit. I don't think so. I don't think there's anything there. He goes through Smith. It turns into a little bit of a scrum. Tenorti goes after Chara. I think it's funny that Chara's just not fighting anyone he was buddies with on this team. It's all the others, other than Marshy. Him and Marshy had some moments in the series. But after all of this scrum, it ends up a 4-on-4, but because Hall and Hathaway got into it, so that was kind of weird. But we're going to 4-on-4 for a while. The Bruins had better possession during that 4-on-4. Nothing comes of it. 7 minutes in, Pasta tripping. Damn it. Stop taking penalties against this team. I was terrified every penalty we took because I have been so vocal about how good I think their power play is. I was terrified that I was going to be proven right. And I was proven wrong the whole game. I was so wrong about that. I said every video, if we keep taking penalties, we're going to lose a series. Is that how I sounded? That had to be how I sounded. We kill it, and the best chance of it is actually directly at the end where we have a 2-on-1, DeBrusque wags, and we sort of with a huge save. And then Wilson on that 2-on-1 play after the whistle cross-checks DeBrusque in the face. He's gonna go for 2 minutes. We get the power play. We don't do anything with it. 3:46 left in the period, and the period so far we're getting heavily outshot, but again, not a lot of scary moments. It's pretty equal as far as the play going back and forth. Not a ton of physicality. I don't know. I don't think the energy was as high as it should have been for that Capitals building. And those fans weren't going nuts. It was still a tie game. I mean, look, a lot of us have been to live hockey games. When anything's on the line, I'm screaming, man. That's just how I am. I'm an annoying fan to be around. I was surprised by how quiet the building was for a lot of this. In fact, you could very often hear "Let's Go Bruins" chants through the crowd. But 3:46 left in the period. Marchand with a phantom roughing call on Karlsson. The puck gets mollywopped to the corner. The two of them are flying down the ice, and Marchand initiates some contact, tries to get Karlsson off balance. I didn't see anything. I don't get it. But we're going to the penalty kill. We kill it. But how about one more? 29 seconds left of the period. Smith for tripping on Ovi. Good call. Very legitimate call. We are going to go to the penalty kill. We're going to finish the period 0-0. They will start the next period with the power play. Honestly, I think we got the better play of the first, outside of the multiple penalties. Rask did make 2 saves that were legitimate, hey, that's a scoring chance. But again, we're getting outshot by a lot. And a lot of them are just desperate get into the net. So Rask is real warm. I don't like to do that against a great goaltender. When I'm thinking throw it to the net, just from anywhere, I'm thinking your goaltending's shaky. The difference is when you go pucks and bodies to the net. If you have a great goaltender, you get the puck on net, but you have to have crowds in front. You have to. We were clearing everything out. We were blocking lanes. We were doing a really nice structural job of the defensive end. So, again, period end 0-0. There haven't been a lot of threats. Starting the PK, Carlo gets a couple more Ovi blocks because he's a hero. And that's what heroes do. Shortly after we kill the penalty, 2:30 in, and Pasta with just... I don't know if this is legal. It probably shouldn't be. The guy's disgusting. That is a gross human being. He's on the left point, and he just burst of speed right past Dowd, a little deke to the outside to get him to kind of slow up. Flies by him. Jensen has a play on this puck, right? Pasta's coming down the left. Jensen's in front of Samsonov, but Jensen literally backs up more into the slot. Pasta notices the space, goes, "Thank you, sir, very much. I will take that." Flies in and literally just beats Samsonov to the far side. Skates right in front of him. No poke from Samsonov. Just gets far side on him. Dunks the puck. That's 1-0 on a brilliant display of puck handling, speed, know-how. Just, oh God, it was gross. I said it weeks ago. 3 different players who can do that. Pasta, Marshy, Hall. All of them could just go, you know what, no, I am just going to absolutely dangle. 4 minutes in, Sprong takes a holding penalty, a really dumb one on Tenorti, because you don't really have to worry about Tenorti that much getting too far away from you. He's not the fastest guy. Holding on Sprong, we go to the power play. Now, we do get a breakaway chance with Hall. Hall it just mishandles the puck, bounces away from him. Bummer. Don't get anything out of the power play. Honestly, other than that breakaway, that's the worst we looked all game. That power play was sloppy as hell. But as soon as it ended, and I was nervous because, we have a 1-goal lead. We're going to get real sloppy now. We went right back to really nice tape-to-tape structural hockey. So there was like a minute and a half of like, oh God, we're on the power play and we suck. We're fine. Everything's fine. 6 minutes left. And the prior minute to that has been fourth line careening down the ice. Offensive zone for almost a minute. I just couldn't believe what this fourth line was showing. They would not let up. The Caps had the puck 3 or 4 times in this minute and could not get it out. The forecheck was incredible. They finally clear it, and we have a quick change, and Bergy comes out in the middle of the blue line, flings around. It's a scrum on the left side in the neutral zone. Pasta goes down. Riley jumps on the loose puck, feeds it to Bergy, who's in the middle of that blue line. He just takes space. The Caps are standing around, literally just standing around. And he has a clear lane to Samsonov. He can't skate it all the way in. He can see that. So he takes about 10 feet into the zone, still has all the time in the world to shoot, and just snipes this mid-blocker, low blocker. Should Samsonov have saved this? Absolutely, 100%. This is an elimination game. That save you have to make. But he didn't. And we get the goal. And it's 2-0. You gotta feel good right now. Caps will end this period on a 5-minute surge. They wake up a little bit. They start really getting in our zone. Rask stands tall, a lot of blocked shots. We're getting outshot 30-13. That's shots on net, by the way, not counting all the blocks. 30-13, but we're up 2-0. A lot of people like to do this. They like to box score watch, and they look and be like, what is going on here? But again, if you watch the game, you go, yeah, but 16 of those shots are from the point, and they barely squeaked into Rask, and he just kicks them out. Oh, this is fun. So we're up 2-0, ending the second, and I write, looks like it's going to take something special to beat Rask tonight. God, why would I make that note before the game's over, right? Like, why would I do that? 11 seconds into the third period, and it was something special, all right. A complete defensive collapse. A confusing play, honestly. Oshie's on the right circle. He feeds Sherry in the slot. Now, Sherry has too much space to shoot, and he gets the shot off, but it's a low glove side. Rask takes care of it, kicks it right back out, but he kicks it directly back out into the slot. Makes the kick out save. Here's the thing. Bergy doesn't collapse on Sherry quick enough, so Sherry goes right back up, grabs his own rebound, and Rask's leg is still kicked out. Like, this is bang, bang. Flips it, high glove. That's 2-1, 11 seconds into the third period. That is exactly what the Capitals needed, exactly what we didn't need. I forget who tweeted it, but I really agreed with the stance, which is win 5 minutes at a time for the third period. Make it through the first 5, you have a 2-goal lead. First 5, no goals scored. Next 5, equal it out. Whatever happens, equal it out. I like breaking down time slots like that as well. 11 seconds. Too early, man. Too early. 5:30 into the period, and Marshy gets a breakaway. And he's careening down, and Samsonov makes a save. And you just stop for a moment and go, that's right, that's right. Storyline. Remember that save if they come back in this game. They always say it. But that is what goes, there's red lights in your head. They go, okay, the goalie's starting to shut it down. There's 2 breakaway saves on Marshy and Hall. That's pretty good. And then, what have we said? If you have a chance to get the puck out, you get the puck out. Because both these teams will capitalize. Pasta, Marshy, it's a 2-on-2 coming down the ice. Now the puck gets poked away, and Oshie corrals it. He's on the left circle. And instead of going forehand, having to clear out, just get it out of the zone, he tries to get a little too fancy. Puts it on his backhand, no look behind the back, tries to fling it out. Now I see what he was trying to do here, but unfortunately he did not see that Bergie was literally right behind him. And it goes... It's a pass. It goes right on Bergie's stick. Oshie doesn't realize this in time, so he spins, but he spins away from Bergie. Bergie now has all this space open up in front of him. He's got a one-on-one with Samsonov. The only person between him and Samsonov is Pasternak. And Pasternak, because the guy is aware, he's a smart player, just parks his ass right in front of Samsonov. Guy can't see shit. High blocker from Bergie. That is 3-1. Back to a 2-goal lead. A little breathing room, but still 12.5 minutes left to play. And worse, Riley with a cross-checking penalty directly after the goal. And it's a good call. It's not game management, guys. That was cross-checking all day. Here's where things unravel for the Capitals. Because they score a goal. But Rask gets hit from behind by Kuznetsov. Not a ton of contact, just kind of a shove, right? Nothing major. But he does get pushed from behind. The puck comes back across the slot. Eller, far side, gets to fling it into basically an open net. Rask tries to get back. Now, there's an argument that Rask had enough time to get all the way back to the other side. It is pretty bang-bang. The problem is that argument is yeah, I think he could. It's not oh, come on. It's, yeah, he could probably come back. When a Capitals player blatantly initiates contact like that, pushing you out of the crease toward the opposite side that the puck then goes, you're not going to get that call too often. Again, goalie interference, it's a 50-50. We don't fucking know. This one felt pretty clearly goaltender interference-y. Your only argument is, did Rask have enough time to get back to the other side? I think it's a maybe, which means you can't call that a goal. So that's one thing. They almost get it within 1. With about 6 minutes left. But they don't. And that's kind of deflating. What's even worse, 4 minutes left. There's a shot from the point. It hits the apron. Just the outside of the net. But the Capitals goal judge got a little antsy and he flashes the red light. Play doesn't stop because it's clearly not in the net. And he turns off the red light immediately. But damn, if you're a Capitals fan, you just got that goal taken away from you. And then you just got jebaited into one. No goal there either. And then immediately after that, Sprong trips McAvoy. So for the next 2 minutes, they're shorthanded in a season-ending game, if they lose, down 2 goals with 4 minutes left in the game. A really tough sequence for Caps fans. Game will end 3-1. Series will end 4-1. That's 4 wins in a row after dropping game 1. Anyone who's panicking after game 1, you are silly. You're a silly man or woman or child. Game notes. Tenorti. He was fine. He got beat to the puck too often, but he was a big body. I would rather have Miller in all day. But that third line did okay. They really did. And Cliffy saved his butt a few times. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm gonna keep saying this. But outside of Tenorti, the 5 defensemen other than him just continue to be incredible. This is what we could have watched all year. It sucks, right? Is we could have had a full year of these guys working together. Coyle was immaculate in this game, and there's not going to be a lot of talk about him. He had a really awesome game. His possession, the way he was cycling, he's returning to that, all right, I'll hold the puck. No one can take it from me, and I'll wait. And I love when he does that. Our Stars won the game. Bergie with 2 goals. Pasta with a goal. Marshy was all over the ice. Rask, of course, 40 saves. Awesome game by him. The Stars won the series, which is what we needed and what we need to continue happening. Quick note, Taylor Hall has to be loving Boston. He's got to be having fun. And lastly, I saved this to the last because, I mean, a lot of people, like, they'll watch the skits and they'll watch some of the breakdown, but they won't watch through the whole thing. Like, there's a lot of talking. But, lastly, man, was I wrong about the special teams thing. The narrative got flipped on its head. What do you want from me, right? Like, all season we get crushed by their power play. And then in the playoffs, they can't score on it. They can't. And we super can. I don't know what happened. I really don't. I do because I know that we scouted and we started clogging up a lot of the lanes. And I know Ovi wasn't 100%. And I know Backstrom wasn't 100%. And I know Carlson wasn't 100%. So that helped. But for us to shut them down the way we did on their power play after giving up so many opportunities and no real adjustments that I saw from the Capitals to, like, get around that, just surprising. All right, guys, now we wait, unfortunately. So here's the deal. I think we're going to do another preview video once we figure out who we're playing next. That series is tied 2-2 between the Pens and the Isles, so we're not really sure what's going to happen there. We should be favored in that series regardless of who comes out. Like, as a gambler's site on that, the Bruins should be favored. No one likes a fence sitter, so I'll tell you, I think I prefer the Pens. I would rather play them. It's going to keep us sharp, keep us on our toes. If we get through that team, we'll be in good shape playing against some of the other speedier teams. I still think the Pens goaltending is suspect, and that's the biggest advantage I want. I want your goalie to let in a couple weak ones. I don't really need to play a team whose scoring dries up as much as I need to play a team whose goaltender lets in bullshit. So I expect to make the preview video. I expect to make at least one more video. I'm not sure exactly what it's going to be yet. I have a couple things up here that I'm thinking about. But if we have a week off, I'm not going to just sit on my hands and do nothing. Like, come on, guys. But like, comment, and subscribe for some more fun content.